Good morning, family. This is Ricky, and welcome to Hope for Today. Happy Tuesday, everybody. I got a Devo and I need to give it, but I was thinking on this song this morning. 'Tis so sweet to trust in Jesus, just to take him at his word, just to rest upon his promise, just to know thus saith the Lord. Jesus, Jesus, how I trust him, how I prove him o'er and o'er. Jesus, Jesus, precious Jesus, oh, for grace to trust him more. What a beautiful hymn. And the songwriter's plea to ask God for even more grace to trust him more. And I want to encourage you in that today, to continue to depend on the grace of God to trust him more, because whatever God's telling you to do, and however God's telling you to do it, whatever God's showing you, wherever God's leading you, trust that, because God knows what he's doing, and all we need is more grace to trust him more. 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 10 says, "For Demas, in love with this present world, has deserted me and gone to Thessalonica. Crescens has gone to Galatia, Titus to Dalmatia." Paul is just, as in any typical letter of his day, reminding Timothy some of the things he's experienced and seen, giving Timothy information. But he's also, as we said yesterday, is being vulnerable about his hurts and his pains and his needs. And here he reminds him that Demas, in love with this present world, has deserted me, and he laments that with Timothy. The word deserted is strong. It's emphatic in the Greek language. It doesn't just mean to leave. It means to leave and forsake. It's the idea that Demas left never to come back again. And it's interesting because when you look at other passages, I think in Philemon and also in Colossians, Paul praises Demas for being a fellow brother. This guy was a faithful Christian who has now forsaken and betrayed Paul. And I think I wanted to bring this to bear upon the fact that some of you watching right now can look at some relationships that have just crumbled and fallen apart. You're watching me right now, you lament the fact, like Paul is lamenting the fact, that there's a Demas in your life that deserted you. For some of you, it's a spouse. For some of you, it's a child. For some of you, it's a parent. For some of you, it's a business partner, co-worker. For some, it's a cousin or a relative. For others, it's somebody in the community, somebody in the church. But we have all gone through the pain of what it's like for somebody to run with us, but then leave us. And it's hurt and it's pain. And sometimes I think that one of the things we have to do in those moments is lament it and be honest about it and allow God to heal that pain. But I think in many ways, what's wise for us to do if we're feeling the pain of having been betrayed is remind ourselves of two things. One, thank God for the friends and the family who didn't betray and leave me, and give God thanks for that. But ultimately, that if everybody betrays and leaves you, there is a God who loves you, who sits high in heaven and looks low, who will never desert you, who will never betray you. And honestly, as Paul tiptoes towards the culmination of chapter 4, that seems to be the focus. That yes, people left me, but God never will. And that, my friend, is hope for today. He won't leave you. I'll see you next time.